All right, peace is due. Shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all honor, praise, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, and Kakwadash. Peace and blessing to the hopeful elect. And Shalom to Akim and Akariv. That's tuning in right now. A double honor to Apostles and Elders at GMS who we want to teach with, man. You know? So, we going to hop right into the lesson. I want this lesson be edifying. Basically, as you can see, the topic is stars falling from heaven. You know, basically going to the missiles, the nukes, you know, and we're gonna grab a couple of scripts and we're gonna talk about what's going on right now, man. But as you can see, the news, U.S. and Israel, you know, um, and Iran, man, all going at it, you know, uh, nukes and hypersonic missiles. Well, not nukes, but hypersonic missiles being involved, you know. But as prophecy continue to unfold, we know that eventually all these other countries are gonna start shooting their missiles here in America, man. You know. So let me grab something. Actually, I want to grab the script to match the topic of the video. Salakia, let me know if you can hear me clearly. I just got out of work not too long ago, and I just wanted to hop straight into the lesson. You know, this is this is Revelation 6:13, and it reads, "And the stars of actually I'm sorry, 12, and I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth, of hair, and the moon became as blood, and the stars of heaven." And that's heavy because if I'm not mistaken, tomorrow morning you're gonna be able to see the blood moon, man. Some places I believe you'll be able to see it tonight, but ultimately they say in the morning you'll be able to see the blood moon. So hey, this goes to show that prophecy and scripture are alive, man. All the prophecies is happening. They're starting to unfold before our very eyes, man. And that's why it's high time to wake out of sleep. And the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, as even a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. So, right. And these is going to the mysteries because when mysteries at night in the sky, they look like stars falling from the sky, man. Literally, you know. Uh, Salakia, right, man. Yeah. So, Salakia, let me grab a couple articles. Okay, this article is from AP News. And it says Trump official says Israel's plans help lead the U.S. into Iran war. Said the Trump administration and its allies in Congress presented a shifting new justification. Salaki, this is Monday for the U.S. attack on Iran, with House Speaker Mike Johnson suggesting that the White House believed Israel was determined to act on its own, leaving the president with a very difficult decision. So, right, these people is they not even waiting on the U.S. to even make a move. These people starting to make a moves on their own, man. So this goes to show you, man, nobody is really allies with nobody. They even get a chance to sit down, and talk to Trump about anything. They just start firing, man. They said, shoot, we just gonna do it. How much more is Russia and China, man? This is only gonna entice them to start acting the same way. Hey, these guys who's supposed to be allies, one of them just shot missiles while the other one, no, shoot, I could do the same thing, you know? And, America, you still got Babylonians out here, you know, prideful. And actually, they're scared, man. But they don't want to show it. But they're really scared because they are on the internet saying, "Hey, we didn't condone, no attacks. We didn't call no attacks on Iran. It was all Trump, just blaming one person, man." So yeah, Americans at the end of the day, they're prideful because they believe they can't get touched. But at the end of the day, they still scared, man, because they know that they can't truly trust America spiritually, man. They know that they can't truly trust America, you know? And that goes to say, man, America is just an open land, city without walls, man. It's nothing truly protecting America from mysteries, you know? It says, I'm going to skip down. It says, Johnson said the attack on Iran was a defense operation because Israel was ready to act against Iran with or without American support. So they was gonna do it without them, man. With or without them. That's why they fired first. you know? He said President Trump and his team determined that Iran would immediately retaliate against US personnel and assets. So right, man. Let me grab this. Salakia, this is running a little slow. Bear with me, Israel. This is second address 16 and 13, and it reads, For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. And that's what we're going into, man. You know, but, first, Jacob's trouble has to happen, but the ultimate WWE is when, in the middle of Jacob's trouble, the mysteries is going to start firing, man. Especially when these elites think that they can uh, karagma everybody, then that's when the Lord, Yahweh Shemi outside, he's going to allow only a certain amount of people to get, chipped up. And then those mysteries are going to start firing, man. Then he's going to send Yahweh Shah, you know? Behold, the plagues are said shall not return again until they come upon the earth. So, right, the plagues is already sent. They're not going to return back. They're going to they're sent out to do what they were created to do, man, which is destroy America, you know. And the brothers, from GMS Salt, in one of their recent camps say, almost every rulership had about 250 years to rule, and America is just now hitting a 250th year, man. You know, so that's spiritual, man. Lord willing, something happens. Lord willing, this is the year, man. You know, Lord willing, because brothers want to get out of here. You know, uh, brothers is trying to grind, man. That this place is depressing. Having to work all day, physical labor, having to keep uh, buying, your way through life. Life on this side is a pay to win. you know, it's a pay to win. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. So right, man, and right now that pot is boiling, man, and we're literally at almost at the boiling point. It's starting to boil to the point where now you can start adding things to it, but it's really about to start boiling. Once that Karagma come out, and you got some people that's that's uh that's out there, that's saying that the the mark already happened through the C19 juice, man, and we know that's false. It's gonna be a microchip that's implanted in your hand, man. Scripture say you cannot buy or sell without it, man. How you gonna be able to make purchases with a juice when you're juiced up? That doesn't even make sense, you know. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward. Hey, Shalom. Time, we almost home, man. Literally. Hey, every day we wake up, remember, brothers and sisters, man, every just, times in this house is hard, man. This place can damn near push you to the edge, but just remember, man, every day you wake up, we're just one day closer to the kingdom, man. Remember, we're not going back in time, we're only going forward. Every day you wake up, remember, we're closer and closer to the kingdom, man. Let me finish this. The second Ezra 16 and 16, like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again. So right, this when a archer shoots an arrow, it doesn't curve and go backwards. It's gonna go straight into his target, and that's how the Lord is treating these plagues as that arrow. The Lord is a mighty archer, man. He shot these plagues onto the earth and it's consuming the earth, man. It's hitting its target, And how much more, when those hypersonic missiles, those ICBM missiles get shot, they're gonna have the spirit of the Lord on them, and then they're gonna be hitting everything that has that mark, man. That mark of death, man. You know. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? So right, and that's Yahweh Shah is gonna deliver us, man. But we gotta have that faith and we gotta keep working, man. And that's the whole point of this. We have to what scripture say? Let me grab it real quick. Because every brother and sister, in this truth has to abide by this this script right here. And 2 Peter 1 and 10. Wherefore they rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if ye do these things, ye shall never fall. So right, we have to be making our calling and election sure, man. If we do what's commanded of us, we not gonna fall, man. We're not gonna fall victim to these plagues. Yeah, we still got the curses on us. We're still going through hell, Scripture say, we suffer for what, light affliction. We're going through light affliction right now. Even though some days it can feel super heavy, but you gotta think about it. The affliction that the 2/3 and the heathens gonna get in Jacob's trouble. We don't want that affliction. You know, Scripture going to teeth of wild beasts, strange apparitions. We don't want that. We'd rather catch hell now so that we could chill in Jacob's trouble, man. Because if you think about it, what Scripture say, man? Let me grab it real quick. My servants shall eat. This is Isaiah 65:13. Therefore, thus said the Lord Yahweh Shem outside, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. So, right, the Lord's servants is going to be able to eat during Jacob's trouble, man. And that's why I said, you know, we're going to be chilling in Jacob's trouble. Even though Jacob's trouble is going to be a time like never before. Ain't going to be no time that ever that was ever or gonna be worse than Jacob's trouble. There's no time that can rival it. Scriptures even says that, man. You know, there's gonna be a time like never before, but yet the servant's gonna be chilling, man. How much faith and how much work you think it takes to get to that, man? That's why we gotta continue in the faith and not look back and not be friends of the world, man. Uh, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. My servant, behold, Slack, behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. So, right. And that's how you know that mark, that the war, man. That hedge of protection. That's a real thing, man. Think about this: everybody dying around you, but yeah, you skipping down the street happy, man, rejoicing, while everybody's ashamed. You know that's how the Lord is protecting who He's going to protect, man. And that's why it's important to do this work now, because as you do the work now, you're clocking in and out. Every time you do a lesson, street ministry, pray. Every time you're doing something towards the ministry, hey, even meditate, anything, man, it's being converted into spiritual dollars, man. Yeah, we don't have a physical check, but it's gonna be a spiritual check that you wanna be able to cash out during Jacob's trouble. Right, so that you want to be able to cash out during Jacob's trouble, man. You know, and that's why it's important, man, to continue doing this work, to continue this faith, man. You know, behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of the spirit. So, right, we're going to be rejoicing and singing, man, because we know why everything is happening the way it is. 2/3 and heathen, they not. They just gonna think, oh man, this is gonna be the rest of our lives fighting for survival, not knowing that your house is about to come down and save his elect, man. You know, people just gonna think, oh no, this is the end, man. Yeah, it's the end of this world, but yet, it's another world to come, man. The Lord is not just gonna create Israelites, uh, you know, creatures, nature. He's not going to create these things just to destroy at the end, and then everybody will cease to exist. That's not how that works. But that's what Christianity teaches, that, man. Christians don't know anything about the Bible, man. You know, just because you open up and read scripts, that don't mean you know what scripts mean, man. That's why the spirit that when dots has to be on you to be able to break down scripts. That's why uh, That's why scripture says this, man. Let me grab it real quick. This is Isaiah 28:10, and it reads, "For precept must be upon precept, precept upon Salakia. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little, man." So when you go in one book and you grab a precept, you're supposed to jump to another book and grab a precept to match it, man. The Bible is literally a puzzle, but you gotta have the spirit to be able to break down this puzzle, man. Because everybody's gonna try and put two and two together, and they're not gonna get four, man. You know, they're gonna get 8 or 11 or something, man. They're gonna be way off, you know. For with stammering lips and another tongue where he speak to his people. That's right. And if scripture says something, man, you can't twist scriptures into your liking and make it another thing. If scripture says you're not supposed to do this, you're not supposed to do it. If scripture says you can do this, you can do it. Don't try and the Lord isn't dealing with one foot in, one foot out, man. You know, and you know, it's a lot of women that's out here that's, you know, uh, they don't like the fact that they can't teach, even though the Lord specifically says women cannot teach, man. But they skip over that and says, okay, we're gonna teach anyway, and then we're gonna tell them this and that. And it's a reason why we can't teach because they don't know the script, man. They well, you know, some of you sisters that's actually in the ministry that follow GMS, yeah, y'all know better. I'm talking about more so like the worldly women that call themselves apostles and prophets, man. They're giving themselves titles that the Lord doesn't even give them, man. When you read scripts, the Lord deals with men every time, man. You know, and teaching for women is going off. And that's why Jacob's trouble is also going to be a humbling of women because women right now, they're just prideful because they think they can do everything, they can hurt whoever they hurt, and nothing's going to happen to them, man. But the Lord's going to do a mass humbling of you women, especially you Jake women, man, you black women. You know, y'all the most prideful, you know. But let me grab another script. Hey, once again, you know, throttle for everybody that's tuning in right now. And call all y'all about some outside because, you know, for me to still be doing lessons and stuff. You know, because if you still out there doing camp, you still out there doing sit down. I mean, the Lord's still dealing with you, man. You know, a lot of brothers every day, brothers is dropping out. A lot of brothers I even met dropped out. Don't even do the work, but they post on Instagram, man. You know, they ain't had the spirit in them to begin with because the Lord is gonna test everybody's faith, man. Brothers is failing left and right, man. Whether it's you getting a new raise at the job or your life going perfectly, you know, everything seems good. You start basking in the moment and forgetting what the goal is, man. You know, this Matthew 24:6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So, right. And that's what's happening now. You know, you see these wars and rumors of wars. You know, uh, these things has to happen now, man. But it's not the end yet, man. You know, we still got to have Jacob's trouble. We still gonna see a whole bunch of movie like things, man. The spiritual world is gonna really start colliding with the physical to a point where the Lord's really gonna open up that spirit world, and you're gonna be seeing things that you thought was only in books and movies and fairy tales, man. You know, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, pestilence, and earthquakes in diverse places. Right? Just because you don't hear about the shortages doesn't mean it's not happening, man. You know, they at one point they was talking about, you know, shortages almost every week, but now they stopped, man, because Esau don't really want to tell you that the food's running out. What he does is just approve he just has the FDA approved lab grown meat. That way you can think, oh well, if they doing that, we'll never run out of food. But that's going off too, because food like that is only destroying you, man. Lab grown meat. Come on, man. All these are the beginning of sorrows, man. So we in the beginning of sorrows, you know. We been in the beginning of sorrows, man. We literally getting to that point. Like I said, in almost every lesson, if the doors of mercy ain't closed already, that you can still squeeze your little body in there, man. It's still a little body room to squeeze in. At one point, the doors were super open. Two, three could come in at a time. Four could come in at a time. And they start every year, man. They get closer and closer to closing up, man. The elect is almost sealed if they're not sealed already. That's why everything is ramping up. When Trump got back in that office, he looked like a totally different president, man. He started signing all these things. Now we going into wars and all that, you know. He come on, man. The Lord is speeding up the time. He's speeding everything else. I mean everything up. Tomorrow is Wednesday. It felt like Monday all just happened. Tomorrow's already Wednesday, man. You know, this week is we halfway through the week. Hey, we in March already, man. You know, two more what? In 3 more months, we'll be at the halfway mark, man. Getting closer to 2027 if we even get there. You know, because tomorrow isn't promised, man. Then shall they deliver you up and be up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. So right, because you know Buzz gonna be out there, you know, praising Yahweh, Bashim outside, saying this is his doing, and people gonna be like, oh well, you saying some BS, this ain't your God, that's and that, you know. Even Esau, even with his troops, man, they gonna try and force us to worship either Baal or Jesus Christos. You know, they're not gonna want us to confess the word, the name Yahweh Shem outside. They're not gonna want us to confess the Lord's name, man. But we will. We gotta stand tall, man. Be faithful unto death, and I would give the crown of life. Roughly paraphrasing, you know. If we stay faithful unto death, the Lord's gonna reward brothers with crowns, new bodies, you know. So let's see what else is going on real quick. See, look, this just happened an hour ago. U.S. Iran war live update. 1,500 Americans trying to leave Middle East. Yeah, you know, it was a Jake woman. I believe she's Jake. She could be from another nation, but she's definitely an Israelite. She's saying that she's stuck in Dubai. She went out there for her birthday, and now she's making a video saying if this video could get out to anybody. Basically, she's asking Trump for help, man. Not praying to the Lord to get out the situation, not praying to Yahweh Shem outside. She's asking Trump. You know, and that's a slap in the face. The Lord can get you out of situations. She says she's been trying to hop on a plane. The flights kept getting canceled. The Lord can have it to where He can have a flight, just that one flight available for you to get home, man. You know, but you call on to Trump and not the Lord. You know, tens of thousands of people stranded in the Middle East, man. Why? Because when Jake get money, they like to go overseas. They love going to Dubai, man. Jane, this how you know Jake don't really care about nothing because well, people in general don't care about nothing. They don't care about what's going on. They don't care that the Lord is coming back. They don't even care that it could be a potential missile hitting the soil here, man. These people say, hey, let me book this flight and go to Dubai, man. Go on my birthday. Let me enjoy myself. Not even thinking, well, if the wars happen, is there any chance I can make it back? You know, they don't care about that. As long as they could get there and fill up the they lust for whatever, man. These people could care less, man. And that's the sad truth about Babylonians. You know, they're they're falling too deep into Esau Edom's system, not knowing that he's setting you up to die. He's the one killing you, stab you in the back, making you do this and that. You know, it's crazy, man. You know, but Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. You know, I know it's been a little minute since I posted a video. The thing is, when I checked, it said like 13 days. So I just want to do something today. You know, but I gotta get back to doing a couple. Hopefully, in the next couple of days, I can do another one. Or even do camp this weekend. You know, it's just a lot been going on. You know, no excuses. Not up here trying to make an excuse, but a lot been going on, and it's been crazy, man. Esau Edom, this B society putting a squeeze, man, and I want to, openly, say the water, yeah, how about see me outside because the Lord really helped me in my situation, man. Like the Lord is real. Listen, there's nothing that can deny the fact that the Lord is real. He literally helped me and my family out of a situation, man. Out of multiple situations. And we're good, man. Hey, the water, yeah, how about see me outside, man. You know, and this is why we gotta continue doing the work because I'm not one of those that asks the Lord, hey, I want this new car. No, I pray for different things, man. You know, more knowledge, more wisdom, more fighting spirit, man. You know, especially I pray to the Lord to put that hedge of protection over all you brothers, you sisters, the elders and apostles, and your families and loved ones, man. I don't just pray for myself. I pray for all, man, that stand for y'all by seeing outside. You know. So once again, I would like to give all honors, praise, and every glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kakwadash. Peace and blessings to you, hopeful elect. So I want once again to Akim and Agrev that tune in. Until next time, DTA, a Bible ball soon. Until next time, peace and blessings to you, hopeful elect, and Shalom.